Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're looking at a knife from a brand that's actually a first on the channel. This is the GiantMouse Ace Sonoma V2. I've wanted a GiantMouse knife for a long while, ever since I first saw their fixed blades and their cool mouse head logo. Unfortunately, this is a rather premium maker, so their knives were completely out of my price range. However, I happened to see this one up on Blade Binge one night, and I was able to make a trade for this. Though by no means my favorite GiantMouse design, I'm just excited to finally get a knife from this company in hand and see if I hype them up too much or if it's actually warranted. Quick rundown of the specs, featuring a closed length of 4.5 inches and then an overall length of 8 inches. We can see this is just a little bit bigger than some of my favorite carry knives in the Hogue Deca and the Kershaw Bel Air. This is coming in with a 3.05 inch drop point blade of LMAX steel, which offers really great edge retention and corrosion resistance. The blade features a mild stonewash, and I really love the lack of branding anywhere in the front and just a small logo on the back. The handle on this version is green micarta, which is actually contoured for a little bit more added comfort. This also features a really nice reversible deep carry wire pocket clip and a bronze backspacer that is supporting a pretty small lanyard hole. This knife deploys by a really small flipper tab and has pretty nice action. This is held in place by a liner lock and it's easy to disengage. Overall, these specs make it feel like a pretty premium EDC, but let's break down how that actually translates in hand and how it actually carries. When I first unboxed this thing, a few things jumped out. First off, the ergonomics are excellent. The handle has this nice simple curve and your fingers wrap around the handle really nicely. In hand, it's extremely comfortable, and though it only has a really small section of jimping, your grip is pretty locked in. This also carries well due to its really slim profile, and it feels like it disappears in the pocket. This is helped by the nice deep carry wire pocket clip, and it works great. This is one of my favorite types of clips, as the knife rides low, doesn't tear up your pocket, and most importantly, it doesn't draw any extra attention to itself. The action on the Ace Sonoma V2 is smooth thanks to the ball bearing pivot. The flipper deploys reliably, but it's not as ultra as fast as you might expect. The jimping on the flipper tab is a little bit rough and requires a good deal of force to actually get it to deploy. It's still smooth, don't get me wrong, but this isn't a knife I would just constantly open and close at my desk. It just doesn't feel that fidgety to me. Once you disengage the liner lock, after a small shake, it will drop shut. It's smooth but not rapid, fast, or enjoyable like the action you might expect from something from Kaiser. How does this compare to the competition? For starters, this knife retails just under the $200 mark, and that puts in a pretty tough bracket. Let's bring out the Kershaw Bel Air first. The Bel Air is around the $130 mark, so arguably 60 to 70 bucks cheaper. With the Bel Air, we get Magna Cut steel compared to LMAX, and we also get aluminum scales versus micarta. So far, this is all personal preference. But in hand, one clear winner steps up, and that's the Bel Air. In hand, the Bel Air just feels so much nicer and surprisingly enough, more premium. The action alone makes me want to pick up the Bel Air every time. So let's move the Bel Air to the side for a second and bring out another knife, and that's going to be the Kaiser Militaw. Side by side, they actually have pretty similar sizes and both feature micarta, though the Militaw adds some titanium. Now the Militaw has a blade of S35 VN compared to LMAX, and it's a bit of a toss-up. Now the Militaw is around the same price as the Bel Air, so around 130 to 150 depending on the retailer, so still much cheaper. And funny enough, I would again pick the competitor as I find the Militaw more enjoyable in hand, the action is better, and I just prefer the look as it looks a little bit more premium with the titanium frame. Overall, at $200, I think this knife just falls short compared to the others at the similar price or even below it. It's a nice knife, but is it $200 nice? I don't know. So let's run through some pros and cons real quick. Pros, this is really excellent ergonomics and it's extremely comfortable in hand. This is a really nice high quality steel in a very functional blade shape. This is also really comfortable in the pocket and carries extremely well with this really nice pocket clip and being super thin and light. This also has really nice premium materials and overall looks very nice and classy without being too over the top. But now for some cons. This is not the fastest flipper action and the action could be a bit smoother. The jimping on the flipper tab is a little bit rough and can tear up your finger. It's a really small low profile flipper tab, so you have to really make sure your finger is 100% on it or you'll miss it. Yet the main drawback for me is the price. I think this is priced about double what it should be. I understand charging a premium for LMAX steel, but nothing else about this knife really feels up to that price tag. Maybe I've been spoiled with how good budget knives have become recently, but this knife just leaves me wanting a little bit more for the money. Overall, I'm fairly impressed with the Sonoma V2. It hits all the right notes for a daily carry task, while still being light and fun to carry. It has an attractive profile and a little bit different from the rest of my lineup. If you're thinking about a new EDC that's a step up from the entry level, this one fits the bill. Thanks for watching, drop a comment, hit like if you enjoyed this review, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.